EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7. Past the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Saquon Barkley. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
49, check 49, check 49. Right side, drive on. 49 to Mike, 49 to Mike.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down again. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. That's pulled in at the 32. The great blocking nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Let's go. 90 Wolf. Come on, let's go.
1st and 10, Stick. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Take 3. 2 and 3, jump.
3rd down, they'll throw with Stick. Got Gordon open, completes it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Badgley hit from 59 in his rookie season. This one not quite as long, but he shows off that big leg by hitting another from distance. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the slant.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Blue down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Charger TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Go! Now! Mine's 50, mine's 50. Hey, let's get some penetration. Yes. Get some penetration. Hey, mine's 50, mine's 50. Check. Let's go.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter play. Charger football to start quarter number 2. But likely not for long, as they're in punt formation to kick it away. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Check it backer, check it backer.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Let's bring it.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This will be fielded at the 17. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. From the gun on third down, Jackson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Stick looking to throw. He'll buy some time right. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. The big fella. He's at the 40. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from a long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stick looks to throw. Going deep here. He's got a man. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. Off play action, it's Stick. This is caught. Watkins. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Complete to Washington. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Man left, man left. Hey! Hey,
From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at about the 14. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Shot 53. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here.
And that's caught at the 25. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Oh, you got deep?
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Hey, high 7. Yo, go.
Watch the curls.
Mike 50.
Exit.
From the 38, Stick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Ready.
Stick from the gun. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Allen on to punt as he gets this one away. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Flushed out right, and now he's going to use his legs. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On third down, Jackson steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
It's fourth down.
Here's the Raiders punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, LA! It's a punt return score of 70 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. Now Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
On second down, Jacobs. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Set. Kick for Pittsburgh. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Set, go. 49.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A.J. Boye up to make the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On second down, Barkley. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in the East Bay. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Block 49. Rabbit, rabbit. Rabbit, rabbit.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. From 3 yards out, and the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
Well, it's been a tough day, but they finally were able to get one into the end zone, and maybe the offense will feel a little bit better about itself going into next week.
And if you're a coach taking that into next week, I know you're upset, but it is a little bit more respectable, somewhat of a moral victory, right?
Yeah, they probably won't say a lot of that to the team, but it is true. It's something for them to build on, and then they can call their mom and tell her, hey, Mom, for your fantasy points, we got you a few down the stretch.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Here we go. 10, touchdown. Watch 9, watch 9.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
March 50, March 50, March 50. They can't hang with us.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Waters. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The Chargers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Go. Kill it, motion me out.
Mike 50, Mike.
Off play action. Waters. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Coming to you, coming to you.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Go. Check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
He may try and run for this. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Motion, watch the motion. Check three.
Go.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
The tackle made by Dexter Lawrence. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
You got him. You got him.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He will push his way down to about the 14. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Nothing doing there is the 13th play.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down?
Mike's 50.
It's our time.
On 4th down, Waters. And this is complete. It's Allen. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for our visitors,